Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady.
I'm Joan Stoops.
This is episode 178 of whatever craft we're up to. Joan is here today because Karen is unable to. Joan is, we met at the local knit night.
Yep.
She also knits and does all the things.
Yep. Knit, crochet, cross stitch, needlepoint.
All the good things.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Karen's part and give them a weather update?
Well, you can see the difference between me and Laura.
It's cold in my home.
Yeah. I was in a t-shirt at my house, though. It was a beautiful day.
Got up to 60.
Yeah. It was very nice. Windy, but very nice.
It wasn't like a cold wind. You know, like sometimes like we get those winds that are just ooh, to the bones. I was able to go out and do 4 miles today, so it was quite lovely. But then by Wednesday, we're going to have a frozen mix.
Are we really?
Yeah.
I've stopped looking.
Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be gorgeous again. I think it's at 65.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course. I have the eye doctor again and littles, so I can't go enjoy it. Tuesday's supposed to be like 70, but a chance of rain. But I can probably go in between the drops. And yes, guys, I have to go to the eye doctor again because, as y'all know, I don't do well, and I obviously failed the test because I got my new glasses, and I put them on, and I'm like, things kind of seem blurry to me, but the lights at VisionWorks mess with my eyes. They're the worst lighting ever.
Yes.
So I have issues in there to begin with. And she's like, well, it could take time because they upped your right eye a little bit. I'm like, okay. Get in my car. I'm driving. I can't even see a speed limit sign. Yeah. So tried for a couple days. I went back. They tried to do an adjustment thinking that my progressive lens was hitting the wrong way. My third day I went in there. I said, I need another eye exam. Because I think it's that doctor, because I did tell you guys last time it was like a wham bam thank you ma'am 2-minute thing. So I am scheduled tomorrow with my normal eye doctor who's very understanding. And it's funny because Alisha was going for an appointment and she has one particular doctor. And there's a condition, I don't remember what it was called, but basically like it's kind of like Alisha has it, and I'm assuming that's what mine is too, because, you know, the doctor that I had the other day was like, I don't know what your problem is. It's you 1 or 2 is better. Well, no, that's not how it works with me. And Alisha also has the same thing, like you can't focus right away. Mm-hmm. It takes you a few minutes to adjust. Well, I guess there's a terminology for this, whatever. So hopefully she passed her test.
I hope she did too.
But she says
actually it'd be them passing their test.
But she says to me, she goes, Mom, why do you always have issues when you go for glasses? I'm like, I don't know, and this is why it's been 2 years since I've gone. Yeah. And I'm to the point now that I'm back in my old glasses, and I just kind of want to stay in them. Minus the fact that they have scratches all over them that I'm looking through. So I might end up just being like, get me new lenses that are identical.
Why don't they put the new lenses in those without making any adjustments to it?
Well, what she tried to tell me, and this makes no sense to me, of course, I'm not an eye doctor. So that was my thing. I said, well, you took the measurements off of these lenses. The new frame are the identical frames to these. She adjusted the new frames identical to these because it's the same glasses. I said, how in the world would I not be looking through the right part of my glasses? Yeah. And she goes, well, because they strengthened the right one. So when you strengthen the blah, 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 it messes with how the progression. What? No, it doesn't. I don't know what she's talking about. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I just want to see the eye doctor again.
The right one.
Because I'm not paying $600 for glasses and not seeing any better. Actually, I was seeing worse than the ones that are on my face. Yep. So there's that, guys. I failed again. maybe I'll have better news for you next time. Oh my gosh. I mean, speed limit signs are big.
Yeah, that is kind of important.
Well, then when I kind of started adjusting a little bit, I thought, okay, is it me? Am I expecting too much out of them? So we're sitting at Goodwill. We had just pulled up, and I looked over. I said, Brett, can you read that sign over there? And he right away, he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. You can't see that? I'm like, no. But he could see it. So I realistically, I should have been able to see it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, so that's that, guys.
Yeah.
All right, as you guys know, I have an Etsy store, Knit for Brains Designs, and I have done a few updates. I have sold out on some, but I do have a little stack left to show you. So starting with the medium drawstring bags, I have the I knit, therefore I swear. Truer words were never said, especially after the week I've had again, guys. Yep, rip it, rip it. Medium bag, I have 2 of those left. I am out of the sock size. Also medium, I've got the I'm cute, but I will stuff up. I don't want to say it because, you know, PG. I am down to just 2 of those left in the medium size. Sold out on the socks. I sold out on most of my strawberry shortcake bags, but I have this little cutie left. And I actually have one that is identical to this I kept for myself. Because I liked it so well. So it's quilted on the front. It's also quilted on the back.
I love that back fabric.
Right? That was so pretty.
What's on the inside?
I think I just put white. Just a simple, just a simple white.
I like light ones that are light inside.
And this is a nice size bag,
Yeah,
too, for a nice little small project. So that's why I ended up keeping one. I'm like, I don't have a bag this size. Well, I had one of these listed and it sold, and I was sad because I wanted it. So I went through and I found a couple more squares, and I'm like, I'm going to make myself one. And then I excused it by saying I'll make 2 and put 1 in the shop. So there's that. All right, the next bag I also kept one of. It was my trial bag. That's what I'm calling it. Love the bag. Cannot say enough about it. I have taken it in my travels for like 3 days already. I love it that I can fit my wallet in there, my keys, my cell phone.
I just realized that Thursday night at knit night, you did not have your backpack.
No, all I carried was this new bag.
Yep.
Guys, first off, look how cute it is. It is stunning. So it has a pocket here, which that's like perfect to put your cell phone in.
Yeah.
It has a zipper pocket here. It has metallic leather handles, which are sewn in, but there's also a rivet too to double reinforce. The back is all shiny. Box bottom. It has a drawstring that you can bring up so it makes it even taller and securely closes. If you're not wanting that, you can just push it in, and then it's just like a little kind of tote. And then there is also, might be hard to show you, yeah, right there, a slip pocket on the inside. I literally, this is all I brought to knit night. This is all I brought when I went babysitting and when I took Lucas.
Your neck will love you.
Thursday. Because I could fit everything in there. Yeah. In there. I had a pack of gum in here. I had my keys. I had my wallet. I had my knitting. It was lovely. Nice little size bag. So, yeah. And it's so cute. So I only have 3 of these. So those are also in the shop. Yeah, my hair lady too was like, okay, I need to see that bag in person because I might need one. She goes, of course I'm not using it for knitting. Yeah. And I'm like, well.
Oh, but that's the thing though. You can use this for anything.
Exactly. That's beautiful. And it does have our little wooden zipper pull on there. This is Knit for Brains Designs. So go check out the Etsy store. Oh. All right. This is how the place ends up looking a mess because I just pitch everything onto the floor.
You do.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So that will take us into FOs. Do you have any finished objects, Joan?
No, I do not.
Okay. Wow, Karen.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Everything is whipping.
Oh my gosh. So I don't have as many as I should because, well,
It's been a rough couple weeks again.
yeah, there's things that need to be ripped out. I jammed my thumb to the point I couldn't even, it was swollen like 3 times its size. And just baby stuff, lots of time with the grandbabies. So I did do a project that is not knitting, and I did not bring it in here with me because it's, it's on my table. So I have a picture. Look how cute.
Oh, yeah.
So I made a little decor for my living room table, and yes, that does light up. And it was so funny. My husband came home and he walks in here and I'm like, look what I made. And wait. And I flip the thing. I go, it lights up. And he's just laughing. And I'm like, what? And like, I even did like the little pots that have like the gold coins in. I took and I put some like tissue paper in there to kind of bring coins up and filled it with some coins and glued those in because I'm very, I can't just have something in the center.
Yeah.
I have to have something on each side too. Otherwise it'll drive me nuts.
Yep.
So, yeah. And I did start my Easter centerpiece for that table, but I haven't finished it. So there's that. And then I have 2 knitting FOs. Okay, the first ones I know I showed last time. The yarn is from Lady Furnico. It's a sport weight. It's called Kermit. Very fitting. The pattern, I don't remember the name of it. Oh, is Warm and Simple by Chimpy and the Woolies. Don't know why it makes me laugh, but it does. And I did finish both of them. Of course, they're too big for my hands, which I knew, but they will be perfect for the person I'm giving them to. So, and this folds over.
They are Christmas. They are spring. They are St. Patrick's Day.
They're a little bit of everything.
They really are.
Be a good mitt.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I finished those. I followed the pattern. I used the right needle size. I think the only thing I changed, or I think I changed, I will tell you. Yes, is they did not call for the ribbing to be twisted, and I always do a twisted rib because I just think it looks nicer than a regular ribbing. So that's the only thing I
This is especially
changed.
there. Do you find that it holds its shape better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just love the look of the twisted rib, and it's not any more time consuming because I'm just so used to doing that. So I always on sweater ribbing, hat ribbing, I always use twisted rib. I don't care what the pattern says. I mean, so yep, finish those. And those are a Christmas present, I believe. Oh. And then I finally finished the other pair of socks that I was doing out of Tainted Love by Sweet Tea Yarns. And then the gray was something I had dyed. And you guys have seen these before because this is my second pair. But, you know, I can make 2 pairs out of the same skeins.
Like that, yeah.
And this is the 4-Hour Sock, DK Sock by Lolo Did It or Lauren Slagle. And I got both of those finished. And these are also Christmas gifts. Because you guys know how I roll. That's it for FO. It's kind of sad for me, isn't it? You know, because you watch the podcast. This is very sad for me.
Yep.
But that's okay.
You don't have 100 dishcloths and...
No. Well, it's not March 1st yet. Well, I could have done my other dishcloths, but I'm really into that whole dishcloth along. I've really been enjoying it.
Okay.
And her patterns are so nice. So I'm ready. I have my bag down here with the new yarn in it. I'm waiting for March 1st is when the next one's released, and then I'll do 4 or 5 of those again. So, alrighty. Whips. I know you got something now.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh, that's good. I'm drinking a Twix iced coffee.
So my first one is Floral Motif Sampler from Scarlet House. Oops.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm doing that on 40 count Old Sheep Linen by XJU Designs. And I'm using DMC floss. Whoop. Yep, that is going to take some.
Yeah, it takes some time.
And that
to get used
is
to it.
how far down it goes,
Okay.
but not how far across it goes.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, I didn't want to mess it up. So, yep.
Oh,
There you go.
goodness. Yay. All right, I'll take a turn. We'll go back and forth. So, in my little strawberry shortcake bag, which I have stuffed,
Yes, you do.
I had to start a new pair of socks because, you know, dance class and little man on Thursday. So my main color is, and I was looking through yarn for something. And I saw this and I was like, inked wool. And it's called Vintage Valentine. It's really pretty.
Oh, that is pretty.
And then for the contrast, I'm using a gray kind of silvery that I dyed. And I just started these last night. Okay, where's the actual sock at? Oh, it fell into my lap. This is the stuff that happens,
Yeah.
Joan.
Yeah.
They expect it. So I just casted this on last night just to get it going so that tomorrow at dance, when the moms all start talking to me, I'm just knitting.
Is this Lauren Slagle's pattern again?
Yes. Love her pattern.
Yeah.
And I have another pattern from her that I recently got for just like a fingering weight sock. I need to try it because since I love this one so much, I'm sure I'm going to love that one as well. And it's for a shorty, I believe, too. Just out of fingering. So, although now I'm so used to doing DK, I might go nuts and doing the fingering. Like, this is taking so long.
Yeah. For real.
But I think it looks really nice together.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, I got my nails done again, guys. They're kind of like a chromy color changing.
Like a color changing car.
Yes.
Metallic.
Although,
Changing color car.
I asked my grandson, I said, what color are my nails? He goes, purple. I mean, he was very confident.
Yeah.
So I didn't argue with him.
Yeah.
So these will get worked on hopefully tomorrow. at dance and Thursday at McDonald's. Although we've collected more people again at McDonald's, so
You're going to have your own group there.
yep. Little man made friends with another little girl, and her dad was like, "Did I hear you say that you come every Thursday?" And I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, well, I work from home and I have her, so I'm gonna start coming on Thursdays." Great. At least he was quiet and sat and was doing his work or whatever on the laptop, so not a big deal. And Lucas really enjoyed this little girl. Like, he had to give her hugs before we left. So that kid gets along with everybody. Alrighty, you're up again.
Okay. This time, my fabric's a little thinner. This is Quaker Christmas 2, Songs of the Season by Bygone Stitches.
Oh, you're getting the hang of it, Joan.
Trying. This is on 36 count antique white by I don't know who, and I'm using sulky cotton threads.
It's really pretty.
Oh, can't even hold it straight, let alone get it.
There we go. That's okay.
I've really done a lot lately. And I just, like, if I just need to do something that I don't have to think too much about,
That's a good
the
one.
solid color one is a great one. Just the song titles are in the green.
I could not even, my thumb was so jammed, I could not even for 2 days Kitchener the toe of my sock because I could not grip the needle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was ridiculous. So, all right. So, in my lovely, lovely bag, what did I put in here? A new cast on.
Uh-oh.
And I'm very excited about this one. All right. So, let me tell you all the things, folks. The yarn, okay, I was going to say it might be a mystery, is Cherry Pie Cottage, who no longer dies, Clouded.
That's pretty.
Oh, just wait. The other color, because this is a 2-color shawl, is For the Love. Knit 1, crochet 2. Really? Yes, Laura, we're podcasting. Keller 289. I'm surprised I bought this, or maybe I did not buy it. Maybe somebody gave it to me because if there's not a name, I tend to not like that. Oh wait, let me see where it's from.
That is a beautiful charcoal
It doesn't
color.
say. Okay, so it's being held with. These are the 2 colors.
Ooh.
And
That
that's
is very
striking.
pretty.
Okay, so now the pattern. Is Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart. Now Laura is trying to call me. The Mount Juliet shawl. Isn't that gorgeous?
That's going to be beautiful.
Guys, look at that. And she is starting a, when's it start? A knit along a mystery, an MCAL.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I have to, I think it's also a shawl. It's 4 skeins.
Yeah.
So I have to, I got to go through my yarn again.
Sad day.
Yeah, sad day. And you know, you like hers because it has
Yes,
the
I
checklist
do.
and it tells you the percentage.
I do.
Here, I can kind of go, if you guys are not familiar, I'll just randomly flash a page.
She tells you all along the way what percentage of your yarn you used and what percentage you are into the pattern.
I
kind of thing.
don't really
It's
care
great.
about that. I can actually
each
show this
row.
one. I like that there's a spot to check mark off each row. See, I don't know which
Yeah.
way to go neither. Did you see that? Everything's backwards when you're filming, in case you've never realized this. So it's very easy to keep track of. I don't have to have a counter.
Yeah.
I don't have to be making a bunch of notes, anything like that. So that's what I like about her patterns a lot.
I would never have finished that one shawl I did if it hadn't been for that.
So are you going to do the MDL?
That's an awfully big shawl. I've seen that one.
Just because you have to have 4 skeins doesn't mean you'll use it all. Completely using all 4.
It's possible.
And she's saying 3 speckled is what she used, and then like a semi.
Oh, I'd have to buy yarn on. I can't. What weight yarn?
Fingering.
I could probably work out 4 fingerings.
Yeah, and she said they don't have to be like a big contrast, or you can do a fit. You can pretty much do whichever. Okay. There was if you go to her Instagram from today, it tells you about it. So I'm like, I think I might be able to find something.
Yeah. You think? It's like a store in here.
Guys, it's hysterical. I can show. I took a new picture because I sent it to somebody. Did I say that? Yes, I did. So here's an update of my
packed tight
yarn stash, which is really sad because I knit so many skeins last year.
You did.
Okay.
I can't even imagine where you kept all that yarn you knit last year.
I really had pushed it down. It was packed in there. So now it looks like, for a while it looked really empty. But since then I've taken them out and now they're kind of fluffed up.
Decompressed.
Yes. Okay, I'm trying to find the project.
Uncompressed, rather.
Okay. So I just started this yesterday.
Love that together.
Guys, look how gorgeous this is. And this is pretty much it. Like, you keep repeating this section and this section, and it gets bigger and bigger. And then you do have a little bit of, like, here, because, like, you're doing ribbing, but that's going to block right out.
Yeah.
But look how pretty that is. This is also going to be a gift. I already have a plan. I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And it is fun to knit.
Is it?
Because it really is, like, you can be watching a TV show that is, like, keeping your attention, like you're really, and still knit this.
Oh, wow.
Even though it looks kind of like fancier or whatever, it is so easy. It's literally, like, this main section here is like two rows you're repeating. This, once you get past the ribbing, then this is pretty much just 2 rows as well. So it's very, very easy. And it's easy if I'm saying it's easy, because you know how I am with lace and I have to glorify everything. But it's just beautiful.
We'll see how that goes as time goes on.
Right? No, what was I watching the other night? And I was just like, oh, I better pay attention. I think it was the Chicago's. It was either Chicago Med or Chicago PD or one of those or it might have been Law and Order. It was one of those shows where something's happening and I'm like, oh, wait. And I'm like, oh, please. And I was on the beginning of the lace section and I'm like, oh, please don't let me mess this up. I don't want to go back. And look, I got my little, I call them my moo-moo stitch stoppers. My little Yorkies. So, yeah, that's what's in my new bag now, which,
might need to put that in a different bag.
Wonder if I can just fit this right in here. Because I want to bring my socks with me. Look at there.
Look at there.
2 projects in
and
one
still
bag.
Lots of room.
This is how I'm going to travel the next 2 days.
I should have left my one bag inside the other bag.
Alrighty, you are up.
Okay. One more final cross stitch. I have Feast of Friendship. There we go. There. Actually got in the right place. And I am doing this. It's Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Design. The called for thread is Gentle Arts, and that's what I'm using. And it's 30 count linen. Baby's Breath is the color. And it's by Weeks Dye Works.
Just always remember, come towards me.
Yeah. And I hate 30 count linen. This is really loosey-goosey. But I love the color. The ones that they recommended for it are more of a yellow tone. And I like the more really soft,
Peach.
pale, pumpkin-y, peachy tone. That's a warm peach.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't go by me. I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
I take a stab in the dark and hope it's right.
Oh, it is in it.
Huh?
It is in it.
Oh. All right. Next up, I actually made quite a bit of progress on this. Now my purple Scotch broom, I put some on it, but I didn't make much progress, so I did not even bring it in here. It was not worth moving in here. So this is my Comfort Fade Party that everybody did like years and years ago. And I purchased the yarn when everybody was doing it. And it sat for years and years to the point that the dyer no longer dyes and hasn't in quite some time. So to remind you, this was my first color. This was my second color, which when I showed it to you last time, I was just starting to add in my second color. This is my third color. And next time I sit down, I am actually going to be starting my last color.
Wow.
So, hey, get it going. So when I saw you last time, and I know there's a lot of stitch markers on here, but I was at the rainbow when I showed it to you last time. Look how much more I got.
So you'll fade the sleeves as well?
Yes.
And then what do you use for your trim, for your button or collar?
I don't know. I don't read ahead in patterns.
Sorry.
You know my fear about that.
Yeah.
It looks like she might have used her last color. I don't know. Now you're going to make me look. I mean, I don't know. Okay, collar. The collar is faded.
Oh, wow.
There we have it. The cuff is faded as well on the sleeves.
Oh.
They fade the cuff and the collar. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, faded.
That really is pretty.
So I can't wait to add in that last one. Which,
you know, you're showing them the inside.
that is the outside.
Oh, that's the outside?
That is the outside on this sweater.
Wow. Are you kidding?
No.
Really?
Really? Let's see if you can see it on the colored
Okay. Learn something new every day.
Can you kind of see?
Oh.
It's the pearls.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. So when I get to the sleeves, you can knit them inside out, but I will not make the mistake that other people did back in the day and carried the yarn on the wrong side.
Oh.
So yes, this is
Wow.
the right side. So next, like I said, will be this one, which is going to add in some purples and stuff, which I think will be pretty. So, I mean, the colors are all very neat. Blues and...
Yeah, it's very pretty.
like that. You're showing the wrong side. I mean, I could show them the other side, but...
I mean, I think that's really pretty, too. It is a little more...
but see, you have the detail on this side.
It's a little more muted on the on the correct side. Oh my goodness.
That was good. Oh, and I'm even using a blue stitch counter.
Oh,
because
surprise,
I mean,
surprise.
Why
Just
would you
keep that away from the grands?
Yeah, I know, right? And blue. Oh, why did I just lose the words?
Barber cords.
Thank you. And blue barber cords too, because everything must coordinate, guys. So yeah, got a lot of work done on that, especially seeing that it's a lot of purling.
Yeah.
Which my thumb was not liking. Got something else?
Yeah. So, this is my... this
Double
is a bag within a bag. Both both made by Laura. We'll start with this one first. Ugh.
Oh, shoot. Keep going.
Okay.
I forgot something.
So at YarnCon last year in Chicago, I bought this yarn, which is Crooner, fingering weight by Sassy Songstress Yarns. And then Laura and I had been out and I bought several different colors of Lang wool superwash. I'm just doing, I haven't made socks in quite a long time, so I'm doing a sock, just a vanilla sock with a little llama down hanging off the bottom. Oops. Oh my God, this is going to make me crazy. So, and then I was looking through my stuff, going, okay, I really need to use up this yarn. So this is one of the other colors. It's more gold. And then I found this yarn. I have no idea what I made with it. None. But I love the two together.
Really pretty.
And so I will probably do shorties.
Oh.
Probably look into Lauren's shorties, because my shorties have never been very successful. So there's that.
I have one left, which is going to be one that's ripped out, and that's why I had to get the thing to show. Okay, so Phil socks. Let's talk about Phil socks, guys. So after the last podcast, I tore them out because they were not the right needles. They were way too big. So then I noticed on the actual pattern that there was 2 needle sizes listed, and I chose the bigger size. So I said, okay, well, I'll pull out the smaller size needle, knowing, oh, that's got to be it then. So I started knitting them again. And I got quite a bit knit again. They're too big. Well, in the meantime, I've been giving this some thought. I now know, I know it was not these needles that I was using, because I was using a pair of squared needles. And if I remember correctly, I did not have the proper size needles when I did his socks. And I went down a size from what the pattern said, the smallest. So these got to be ripped out again. And I brought in one of his socks just to show you the difference. There is a big difference in, and I'm kind of really not liking the feel of this yarn neither.
The green or the
multicolor one. Now I'm kind of rethinking the yarn as well, but these are a lot bigger.
Yes.
You can even see, well, I can see, I don't know how well it would show there, the heel flap is quite a bit bigger even. Third time's a charm.
Yep, and the things you do for somebody who wears what you make for them.
Well, I have to figure it out, and I need to write it on the pattern.
Yeah.
That way, and I have to figure it out before I give him these, which are for his birthday. So I know it's not the proper needles. I know this for sure. And like I said, I think it's one size down. But then I'm also having my concerns that if I go one size down, they're still not going to be the same. Because I'm thinking it's this yarn as well.
Oh,
I think it's twofold.
It does look more like worsted.
And it's actually, this is a fingering, and then I'm holding it double.
Oh, that can't be.
It's that's hardy.
Yeah.
This is a hardy yarn. So I think I'm going to rip this out. That. I'm getting rid of this yarn.
Yeah. Because that's
it's
solid.
And that's not I don't dense. I don't like the feel of it. It doesn't even feel like a super wash, if that makes sense. You know what it reminds me of? And sorry if I'm offending anybody. Opal.
Oh, my opal
Like-
socks don't feel like that at all.
Oh, no. See, the opal I've ever touched has just been... It does not feel like superwash. It does not... It's just hard to describe, guys. There's something off about this yarn.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say.
Like, that was probably more like sport weight or something, because that is way more like, because these are pretty small, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's more like sport weight, because that feels very worsted. And
So-
I've knit a bunch of hats with DK, and that is not how that would feel.
Well, I don't like the crispness
Yeah.
of it, like the actual
Very stiff.
yarn. So that's the decision. I'm going to go back into my needle thing. I'm going to go down a needle size from this and look and see if I have squares. If I do, and the size down from this, that's what I used. Then I'm going to say the heck with these socks, this yarn, and I'm going to go to my cubbies and see if I can find something else to knit for him and start him another pair, because I just, quite honestly, I'm tired of even looking at this. How many times
It's
is
been a
this?
struggle. That's three times?
Yeah, I think so. I was going to ask you, how many times
Yeah,
has
I
this
think it's
been?
been three now. That'll be three.
I feel like all I have done is rip stuff out. So in the middle of all this ripping out, Lori of Arkansas Yarn Co. calls me. We're talking on the phone, and she's like, oh yeah, I have some sample knitting I'm sending you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, well, hopefully my mojo comes back or whatever's going on with me. She's like, oh no, your knitting mojo can't be gone. I have knitting I'm sending you. Which is fine. There's a sample she wants me to do, and then a test knit, test knit / sample as well.
Yeah.
Which is no problem, because I like to knit and I don't necessarily ever use the stuff.
You know what this makes me think of? Is those big, heavy, more structured type sweaters that they knit with golfers or deer heads on the back that zipped up in the front or buttoned.
I'm just over it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
so
yeah.
over it. Guys, I'm over it. And now I'm like just disgusted with Phil's socks. But I know I have to figure it out, because the kid, every time I go to their house, has on a pair of knitted socks.
Yes.
Without fail. Always is in a pair of knitted socks. So I'm going to figure this out. And I will cross out all the needle sizes on that pattern and actually write as big as could be what needles I used. Well, and what was funny was when I finished these, I almost didn't put the needles away. Like, I was going to keep them out.
You should just assign a pair of needles to
But
Phil's socks.
I'm so good with my needle organization up there that, all my needles are stored. As soon as I'm done with them, I put them away. So,
In that box.
yeah, 2 of them. The bottom box are my fixed, and the top box are my
Interchangeable.
DPNs. And then that big portfolio-looking thing are my interchangeables and
gosh.
cords. I'm very organized in what
Yes,
little
you
space
are.
I have in here. I have to be.
Yes.
Because Joan will tell you, you guys don't realize,
It is not a big room.
this is a very small room with a lot of crafting
Yeah.
in it. With the business, my yarn, my scrapbooking, I have every imaginable. She even had to ask me a couple of times, what's this for? I mean, so wish me luck that I figure this out. The other thing I thought about was if I could figure out when I might have, I don't remember when I started knitting Phil socks, but if I could figure that out and go back in the podcast, although half the time I never say what my needle size is I'm using, I should start saying that so I can refer back.
Well, it was before 2 Christmases ago.
Yeah, that's too much work. Maybe if I can go far enough. No, I know they were the squared needles on the blue cord. I vividly remember this. So I'm pretty sure I have it figured out that it should be the needle size down. Because these are new needles. And I bought these for... You know what I bought these for?
What?
Fingering weight dishcloths from that book.
Oh.
That's what these were from.
Oh.
And that's why I now have them in the size that Phil's socks should have been originally. That's what it is, folks. Okay, so cross your fingers for me. And you will not see this yarn again because I'm so over it. It's done.
It's a pretty color, though.
I kind of want to just burn it.
Oh, no.
I don't...
Because it would feel totally different if it were knit singly.
No. It still feels ucky to me. I don't like it. It's ucky.
I think it's a beautiful color.
Well, I mean, you can have it when I rip it out because it's ucky. Just saying. Don't care for it.
Okay.
I'm really funny about the feel of things.
It's just like the opal yarn. I don't really like how it feels, but when I wear them, it doesn't bother me at all. They're like my favorites.
I couldn't get past the feel of it. It was almost like knitting with
the scrubby,
cheap cotton yarn. You know the stuff that hurts your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started something with opal because somebody had given me their opal advent, which was very, very sweet.
Ooh. All the minis?
Yes. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And then I had some full skeins of opal, and I actually gave those to my mother because I'm like, I gave her all the opal, the Regia, and then another brand. I can't remember what the other brand was because I'm like, realistically, I'm never gonna knit with it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm a yarn snob. I'll admit it.
Yarn is out.
It doesn't matter. It's all getting yanked out. I might do that while you show the rest of your stuff because I have nothing else to show.
Okay. So I had started knitting this once before. It is a poncho. I bought the called for yarn, which was Air Lux. Yeah. And I absolutely hated how it felt. So I went to Colorado to visit my Colorado family. While I was there, I went to the Loopy U and I bought what is just short of the most expensive yarn I've ever bought. And okay, I'll just take that. And I do love this yarn. I think you do too. It is the Uncommon Thread Posh Fingering. And it is called Robin's Egg. And it is 70% superwash, blue face Leicester wool, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. It was expensive. And I had to buy four skeins of it. And so this is fingering weight yarn, which is what they say is called for, but I think it's thicker than what the other yarn was.
Do you need me to rip it out for you?
No, I am not ripping this out.
I knew I'd get that reaction.
I ripped it out once, and now once it's all blocked and everything, it'll be fine. But I'm going to have to watch how long I take it, because let's just be clear. I don't care how much weight I lose. I am never going to be petite like that. So that would probably come...
Let me see this closer up. I think I might need one of these.
That would not go down much past here. So I want it a little longer. So I think I've achieved that, but I want to make sure it's not too wide.
Well, you're going to want to be careful, though, too, because that's going to grow.
Yeah,
a lot.
Exactly. But so I think that'll work for the length. It's the width I have to be cautious with. But it is a project that will take time.
I just want to point out my last project as I'm ripping it out. Look how coordinated I was. I had a little peep stitch marker and a little peep bag I made.
Okay. This is Zuzu's Petals. It is a cowlette, a shawl and cowl hybrid by Karina Spencer.
I probably shouldn't have ripped this out the way I did because I'm going to have a mess.
And I should have brought my other one. This is not going to show up at all. Oh, yeah.
We have a lot of shit apps, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, there went my ball. That's okay. I got a knotted mess.
You knit it from the top down. And, oh my word. So this is the front. I can't get my head through that little bit of... So the... Let me just look that picture up. So it splays out just like a shawl would. But when you're wearing it under a coat, it's not so bulky that it gets in the way of being able to get your coat on fully or being able to button it up. So, and thinking hopefully I have another skein of some yarn. And the yarn I used is Vintage Barocco, and of course it is color 5177.
Oh, I just got a skein of that from thrift store I showed last time. Not that particular number, but
yeah. It doesn't have any cotton in it though. I don't know.
No, mine didn't either.
No cotton?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
It was just the...
And here we have a sweater by Sirdar. It also is a number 1219, and it was made with their Snuggly Baby Bamboo DK. No, I did not use that. It is made in pieces.
It's going to be cute as could be, but the whole piece thing has turned me off. I don't like pieces.
These are the sleeves, and it's just it's loops and threads, snuggly wuggly acrylic. But this is supposed to be the 12-month size. This is the back, and it is lavender. But it is so big. I hope she can wear it when it's the right weather.
Well,
and I've gotten the left front done. And I got to finish the right and then do the collar and the button thing. But yeah. So, and she's like 6 months old now. And hilarious. My son and daughter-in-law say that this is the most beautiful little baby they have ever seen.
Hello.
It just cracked up to hear them be so expressive about it.
That's because they get to see her go home.
Because I had messaged them, like, oh, I got to see Eliza. And I said, she's got such a cute, she's so happy and smiley. And he goes, she smiles all the time. She's just so beautiful. Okay. But that is it.
Okay. I made a mess.
Yeah, you sure
Just
did.
so you know. I learned. Now I'm just rolling it together. Because the first ones I took out separately. And it's all knotted now. But you know what? I hate this yarn so much, I don't care. That's how I feel about it. It can go in the garbage. How's that for you? I know you guys are probably all groaning. I mean, it is what it is. You know, sometimes
it's a kind of yarn that you just need to not
sometimes you just, I mean, look
knit
at this,
it
guys.
in something tight. It's got to be a more looser
Sometimes
weave.
you just get fed up.
No!
She knew I was going to throw it, too. Here, you want the other ball?
Yep.
Do you want the... Yeah, you probably don't care. I think I had the band for it. I just wasn't going to share with them what it was again because...
I'm just going to put it right in my bag that you made.
Okay. That's it. See, I did it. I'm over it.
And now you don't have to ever... Well, you might see that yarn another day, but not in your house.
Not in my house. This is what happens when I get really fed up.
Somebody else benefits.
Yep. Sometimes people aren't here, and I have a garbage can over there. I was going to chuck it at. She's like, no. Alrighty. I have a couple thrifting acquisitions. Just a couple.
Is it all cotton?
Yeah.
How did I know?
Which is great because I've been going through some cotton, and I did actually donate some cotton back that I couldn't stand. So, I found some coastal cotton. It's cotton and acrylic, and it is actually quite nice. I thought that was quite nice.
Yeah.
So I got it in a bunch of colors. Let me see. Do they give colors, or is it, or maybe they don't give you anything? No. Okay. So we'll just name them ourselves. I got two of...
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I got two of this color, the bluish teal. I got two of this color.
Oh, I like that color.
Right. Two of this color. And one of this color. But it was actually a pretty decent feeling cotton.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to hurt my hands, I can tell.
No.
So, went ahead and picked that up since I'm doing that year of the dishcloths. And the year of the dishcloths, I want to do all in solids, is what I have been doing because there's so much patterning and stuff. And I knew I was going to run out of solids at some point. So, these will probably be used for that, is what I'm going to guess. I picked that up at the Bridge thrift store.
Where's that?
It's in Orland. It's kind of near the Orland Goodwill.
Oh.
Like where
Down
there's
that road?
there's the Dunkin' Donuts and Famous Dave's.
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay.
There's a Bridge teen center there, and then they have a thrift store.
Okay.
Also, I got a couple books. Country Living Christmas Craft Ideas. 125 Ways to Create Holiday Magic.
Ooh.
And then a Better Homes and Gardens Holiday Crafts. And one of these...
What year?
Has cross stitch in it. Oh, this one's
2022.
This one's 2023.
Wow.
And they had a bunch of them. I kind of seen like these two. I was like, okay, those two I'll probably be interested to at least thumb through. Look.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, I guess I could show you guys while we're the hot
browsing.
cocoa one is really cute. I think they were $1.
Oh, that is so cute.
They were $1.99, and for $1.99, I was not going to worry about standing in the middle of Goodwill looking through them. I just bought them.
In knitting and in cross stitch. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing here? There we go. Nordic style patterns and colors are very popular. Oops, wrong one. I just pointed to the wrong page. This one is so cute. That is so Nordic and screaming to be made for a tree.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was more.
Oh.
So there's mittens and an ornament. And this is why I had grabbed this one. Not that I'm going to do them, but I knew somebody would. And look, you download free template for these crafts and more. So you can just take the picture and download it. And they have the embroidery flosses listed right underneath. There's a fireplace, a snowflake, and look at the snow globe.
Oh, that's cute.
They're There's those.
And I will say, if you like to do cross stitch on perforated paper, those would work super well for that.
But there was a lot of different crafts in here.
These
and there
are
was
adorable.
Also, right, there's also baking.
Aren't those cute?
Look at these trees they made out of like vintagey looking Christmas tree ornaments. They made a tree out of mittens, which that would be a cute idea if you're doing like a mitten giveaway kind of thing. That would be really cool to do something like that. There's just like kind of all sorts of things in these. So I was like,
that's a good.
Did you?
The thread and yarn.
One. The wreath right here.
Yeah.
I figured for $1.99, I'd just grab them and look through them, at my leisure. There's cooking stuff in here. I mean, everything you can imagine. So
cooking, baking.
Yeah, baking,
Really
cross-stitching, knitting, pretty much everything you can imagine. Just general crafts. So definitely worth the $2, I would say.
Yes, definitely.
They had a stack of different ones, but like I said, some of them you were just like, no, I would never do anything with these, which a lot of times I won't do anything with these. I'll enjoy them. I'll look through them a few times. I'll either pass them on to somebody else or they get donated right back to Goodwill with the sticker still on it, so they don't even have to label them. I'm real nice that way. It's just for $2. I'm not going to stand in the store and read a magazine.
Correct, but one thing you do have to remember when you go back to that store
is not to purchase.
It's not to rebuy it.
Every time. So last time I cleaned my closet, I had taken pictures and showed her because everything was out of my closet and in my room.
Yes.
And then I sent her a picture of all the bags of like garbage bags full of stuff I was donating. And she's like, well, make sure you don't buy the stuff back. I have bags right now in the back of my car to drop off again. No, I didn't clean in here. I cleaned through my laundry baskets out in because they have not been gone through in a while, and there were shirts and stuff in there that I was just like, yeah, these are way too big now. So getting rid of those. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to drop off again. I was trying to see if yes. So I did pick my next color for the next month's.
For the dishcloth.
Yes, the dishcloth along will be green. So I love this cotton. Got it at Goodwill for 99 cents. So I've just been going in there and digging through and grabbing. Like I said, I want to do all of these in salads. So these I've been smart about. I'm keeping my needles right there. Look. Not making that mistake again.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Here I am trying to be all organized and put stuff away, and it bit me in the behind. In a major way.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to think if I have anything else. We did FOs, we did whips, we did shop update. That's pretty much all my notes. That's
where can you be found?
sad. Oh, no, we did that at the beginning, I thought. Or
no,
did I skip
didn't.
it?
We skipped it.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys know by now, probably. True story. We have a Facebook group, a Ravelry group. We're on Instagram. I'm also Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. If you have enjoyed our podcast, if you would like, subscribe, and ring the bell, that would be awesome. Trying to think anything else. I don't think I have anything exciting coming up, like I ever do. I babysit and I sew.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if the... No, I don't think we did anything special these last 2 weeks. No, I'm not really seeing anything in my camera roll, so just our regular babysitting stuff. So, you got anything exciting going on?
Nope. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
Okay, so in my church, you can become a part of the senior group, this senior citizen group, when you're 55. Okay, I have fought that tooth and nail in 2 churches now, and tomorrow I have conceded, and I'm going to go because one of my friends does a knitting and crafting table. So I'm going to go.
She's only admitting her age because she wants to go craft. That's what I got
never
out of
said
this.
my age. I just said you have to be over 55.
Yeah, but you're admitting it to the church now because you want to go craft.
And that's what I've always said is that I know I meet the age, but I am not old enough. And most of the people, my age group, I'm 65. My age group is this big. 75 to 85. Oops, sorry. 75 to 85 is like this big. And my group is like this big.
But the crafts have won out.
Yep. Because somebody's going to give me things.
Oh, well, see, there you go. Because you need things.
Yeah. Because I need more to do. I need more crafts.
Yeah, and 2 weeks from now, I'll be getting text messages going, the craft room's out of control. I'm in there cleaning.
Well, but here you go. I'm going to try it. And
what are we trying?
It could be
Do you want to share with the rest of us?
Well, trying going to being with all these people.
But are you trying a new craft? I guess.
No,
is what I'm asking.
I don't know. Somebody gave my friend a whole bunch of stuff, so she's bringing it to show me. So we'll see what it is. But she did a small cross stitch, and I said, "Oh, that's so cute." And she goes, "Oh, I'll bring you the pattern." And I'm like, "Okay." I'll do it in different colors, but okay. So that's what we're going to talk about.
And how long
but we'll
is
see
this,
how I enjoy being with the group.
How long do you got to be with this group?
Well, it goes from 1 to 4. I don't have to stay the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. And I can't stitch because I have to have magnification and really good light. So,
Karen.
What'd you say?
Karen.
Oh, I have clip-ons.
She does too.
But light. I need the light.
Well, did you notice in the living room how next to the one recliner was that table with the light, and then there was an ot light that was coming out over it? My husband has that set up because of her stitching.
I have a lamp that has magnification in the center of it, so I can put it between me and the cross stitch. But it is so bright, like blinding bright, on the colors of fabric that I use. I've had to cover the one side of the lights.
She has some contraption that she used. She hasn't used it in a while, but she used it at one point at my house. My husband come walking out. He normally just walks out through, doesn't notice a thing. And he literally went, what in the world? It was some weird thing that sat on her chest.
That's the magnification thing.
He was just like, what in the world? Like, normally he's not noticed stuff like that. He's just like cutting through to get, whatever. And but yeah, it was funny. I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't even pay any attention anymore on that side of the room. Oh, goodness. Well, that'll be interesting to see how your little group does.
Yeah.
Maybe Leo makes some new friends.
Well, a lot of them are in my Sunday school class, so it says a lot. And they're very nice people. They're not really my age. So we'll see. Giving it a go.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to freak
And
people
when
out
is this?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Mimi's going.
Oh, goodness.
So she says.
Oh, Lord. Mimi will talk to everybody.
Yep.
And anybody. You don't even need to look in her direction. And then she'll come back and be like, I don't know why they're talking to me so much. Kind of like when she'd go up to the cafe to get a drink.
Oh, that girl just about talked her ear off that night. Oh,
but Mimi kept talking to her. It's like, don't make eye contact.
I think when she came back to the table, we told her, next time, don't start a conversation.
Yeah. It was like it was
It
your
took
own
her
fault.
forever to get back to the table.
Yeah. Half the knit night was over. Oh, we're packing up to go home, Mimi. I can't make fun of her. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not getting any crafting done there. Not going to happen. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it was great to visit with you guys.
It was.
And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.